And we are back after a slight little detour. Jim's PC decided to take a little power nap, but it's all right. We're back with map number one. These teams had the courtesy, so shout out these teams for backing out and waiting for us. That is what we like to see. Some teams decide not to do that, but here we go into a Blackheart hardpoint. Map number one: Manitoba Mallards versus Maui Chums. Both these teams looking to stay undefeated, and what a map to get it started on Blackheart hardpoint. I'm with my boy Timor. You know, did just casted a banger of a first season while Unk's getting it started again with a banger of a second.
Yeah, that's a 6-0 start out of Mr. Unk right there, and what a map to come back to. A little Black Heart bang out, like you said. And then we got tons of NPCs flying around the map right now. And as we get past this first P1 here, so far we got the Manitoba Mallards in the lead off the back of Unk, I am sure, who is 6-2 at the moment. Excellent start with a cruise missile to boot, and he's going to get him started here on this second hill as well, as that is a clean 4 dead for the side of the Manitoba Mallards, and now it's a full reset for the Chums.
Yeah, looking like they're going to heavy pressure towards his backside, but Unk, he slips through, finds one, finessing around, a hop, skip, and a jump for another. Splashy now towards the P4. He's trying to work his way through the backside. His teammates slowly following behind him. The Manitoba Mallards just holding so much map control and so much pressure. Finally trying to break through the front. Fergie able to find two before he gets traded. Splashy towards the backside. His teammate falls. He will fall. His teammate breaks in. The only Manitoba Mallard to fall is from a team kill. Last 6 seconds going to go the way of Manitoba. Lead is 50 points going into P3. LaRivy rips one. He gets traded out. Plantain through the back. He gets shut down. So Maui, they do get the spawns. They do get the hill. So trying to bounce back with a good hold here.
Yeah, if they could get this first half of time off this hard point, that would make a lot, or make up for all that bad taste on the first two maps here. And they did a really good job of breaking that back P2 spawn on the hill. They were really aware about kind of hitting out those back players and making sure they confirm those spawns. And as they get broken through the front, they're going to have to take advantage of these spawns themselves. It is a bang out here on the P3 right now. Unk getting mixy, able to find two. The guy is a walking two-piece right now. Does get traded out, and the Chums are probably going to end up with this last 15 seconds or so here at Q. So on to P3, the spawns are for the Mallards, and it's up to Splashy to maybe try and change that.
Yeah, Splashy trying to change it over towards P4. Virtually a tie game. Sorry, not virtually a tie game. Manitoba with about a 10-point lead, but Splashy is locking it down back here. He finds a big kill. So time gonna start in the hands of Maui. Manitoba going a little 2-2 split. Two players trying to push through P1, but the front push is getting shut down for now. The kill feed is all Maui. Splashy now on a 5 spree. Deke off to a slow start, trying to get something going. His teammates though, they're picking up the slack for him. So I mean, whatever's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Splashy though towards the front, he gets a kill but gets shut down quickly. Plantain through the front gets one. Hercules and Fergie able to pair up for a couple trades. Serbius, though, he gets one and gets traded out. So trades good so far for Maui, but LaRivy, he finds the last player standing towards Old. So going to be a quick fight for that scrap time. LaRivy's going to win it. So last 12 seconds, going to go the way of Manitoba. They're going to have a slight lead going into P5, but again is Maui on the rotation.
Oh, those are huge kills out of Cerberus and Plantain, able to lock down that P4, or the P4 side, yeah. And this hill is much harder to break, in my opinion, than the P3. But they do get those back spawns here from Maui Chums. It's going to be up to LaRivy to maybe try and get a good timing here. These players do not know he is here. Able to find one with a little bit of help from his friends, and as they push out through the backside, it's going to be number 7 left all alone in the hill. Deke is able to find one, though. He's going to be quickly taken down, and that is the Mallards back in on this P4 and looking to just extend out a little bit more of a lead here.
Yeah, they had a good lead to start. Maui slowly brought it back. Yeah, the spawn flip's going to come in. 20 seconds remaining on this hill. Unk towards the square trying to find something. A team kill's not going to help, but Fergie makes up for it with a kill. Last 15 seconds, slowly teetering towards the side of Maui. Manitoba, they did get in for a second, but the last 10 seconds looking like it's going to go their way. Manitoba, though, trying to set up over towards this P1. They do have these P2 spawns, but they are heavy pressure towards this P1, trying to get whatever mid-control they can, but Larivi
No.
pulls a Jims and jumps straight off the map. His teammates there are there to clean it up. The time in the hands of Manitoba for now. They did find good success on this P1 the first time around, so looking to repeat that.
Splashy does not check that corner at all, though, and the Chums did such a good job of pushing out that spawn. I believe it was number 5 and Splashy that went across the top and was able to actually get those spawns for his team, but sadly amounts to absolutely nothing here as Manitoba finds all the kills. They continue to find the kills, and as I say that, a little maybe short contest is going to come in, but the trades firing off here in P1. Deke and Fergie are going to be able to lock this hill down for a moment, but that last 10 seconds or so is getting eclipsed by the potential 60 seconds that you could have here. But they do get that opening kill. Q in through the front, and Unk shuts it down. Get out of my hill, youngins.
I mean, yeah, Unk's showing it. You know, you can still teach an old dog new tricks with the NPC. He's finding those kills. He's on 24 and 14. And, you know, a little bit over a 30-point lead now going to start growing for Manitoba. Every single player from Maui is currently negative. So, honestly, being down by only about 40 points here is not as bad as you probably are feeling like it is. But the
Right.
contest coming in, Larivi through the front, able to find 3. So Deke able to finally break that chain with 1, make it 2. He does eventually get shut down by Unk. So last 20 seconds, looking like it's going to go the way of Manitoba. Lead slowly starting to grow. This second set of rotations is where we're really going to see, you know, if a team's going to break away, this is where they're going to do it. And, well, Manitoba's dominating the kills in the kill feed right now, so might be heading that direction. Manitoba picks up, or sorry, Maui picks up a little bit of scrap time. They do have these rotations as well, but Splashy kind of alone right now, trying to wait for his teammates. His teammates do slowly come to help, but they fall around him. Serby is towards the back, able to find 1. Another Maui player there finally shuts him down. Unk, though, the trades are good. The trades are excellent. 40 seconds on this hill. Maui starting to mount a lead. Unk is shooting lasers, showing the youngins how it's done on 29 and 15.
I mean, he is just quite literally calling the Chums Neff while slapping him on the back of the head right now. This is bad. He's 30 and 15. There's still 50 seconds before the Mallards or anybody wins this game. And the Chums are going to have to do their very best to try and get past this guy. But he has another cruise missile in his pocket now, 32 and 15, pushing out the spawns for next. Mallards are going to set up all around the map. You can see them spreading out here. Cerberus knows exactly where the pressure's coming from on that P3 side, and he's just going to find himself a 2-piece. I mean, Q, this is looking like the unbreakable right now.
Yeah, looking unbreakable, looking similar to what we saw in the first series. You know, close for the first rotation, but like I said, Manitoba, they ran away with it because they're dominating in the kill feed. Unk on 34 and 15, Serbius on 26 and 14. All players for Manitoba with over a minute of hill time. I mean, there is not a single thing that I could say negative about them. The Rivi finds another 2-piece towards the front side. The Maui Chums now all spawning out towards that P3. Trying to get whatever map positioning they can, but nothing will amount. The cruise missile coming in, but I mean, you don't need it. The game's over. Man, I mean, Manitoba.
It's insane.
The first rotation, it was close for the first rotation. But I mean, when you're dominating the kill feed like that on Blackheart, it's going to come through at some point in the score department, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that was just a little too, just kind of got away from Maui, really.
Also a map where you can see it go back and forth. You saw Manitoba, they definitely dominated the kills department in that first map, but Search and Destroy, well, this is where you can turn it around. Manitoba is starting on the offensive side, and, well, they are banging out A. All 4 players running towards this A point. The Maui Chums, the 2 players that were there are forced to back up. So Manitoba, I mean, they've got full A control, and, I mean, Maui just have to play post plant now.
Yeah, Unk is taking his time. Also, just to say, kind of wild having Unk with the bomb. I think I would just, you know, I think I've heard Method say this about Hydra before. You just throw the Pokeball and say, "Go, Unk," and send him out on the field, you know? Like, but Cerberus now gonna have to try to pick up this back line here, doing a little dance. with Fergie in the back, and on the other side of the map over towards the bomb, that is Deke left in the 1v3
Ooh,
situation. Gonna be able to peel one off the head glitch, but gets dropped by the remaining players, and that's Mallards taking a very convincing round number one.
that's a stellar retake right there. A 4v4 retake on the A side on Din is not that's not something to be overlooked. You know, you didn't have it's not like you were a man down or anything, but a retake like that 4v4, you only dropped one player as well. That is perfection. You sent two players through couches. You had two of them push through plea 2 and you perfectly pitched over towards that A site, and the Maui Chums didn't have any players kind of backed up out of the site area, so they collapsed on them and they found the kills that they needed. Maui now on the offensive side. Manitoba with a big first offensive round. They're going to favor this B side, though. Larivi kind of left alone here in this back 10. He's going to back up. Maui playing aggressive on the offensive side, kind of slowing it down a little bit, though. But Manitoba, they do have this mid control, and that could be a huge factor here.
And as you say that, Plantain gets ripped by Deke once again, who is shooting a little crispy right now, if I must say. Larivi gonna be able to find one, getting Mixie, able to pick another one before he's traded. That is huge. If Cerberus can stay alive here, and he cannot, leaves Unk all alone, and Unk is quickly dealt with. So now Maui Chums take a round of their own.
I mean, that is two stellar offensive rounds and stellar almost retakes, if you will. Manitoba had a little bit of they had a collapse going. They had Serbia's going through couches over towards the backside. He got cut down, and I mean, you had Larivi. He was able to find two before getting cut down. So Manitoba did not have the man advantage going into that. Or sorry, Maui did not have the man advantage going into the later part of that round. And well, I mean, they figured it out. It's 1-1. Both teams trade offensive rounds. Manitoba on the offensive side now. They're gonna switch it up and stack towards B.
And when Manitoba wants to go somewhere, they go there. And they waste zero time. I mean, the smoke comes out, Unk slides on, starts planting the bomb, and now Maui Chums in a 3v4 retake situation. The clock is no longer on their side. It's Hercules and crew going to try to get a little bit of pressure towards this middle of the map, but I actually kind of like what the Chums are doing here. Maybe going to try to do a spread and maybe try to pinch these guys out, but man, this setup for Manitoba, Cerberus is in the never check. I mean, this should just be a free kill for him.
Yeah, the never check except for TJ Halley. He did check that spot one time. I don't even remember when it was, but that's about the only highlight the Surge have on the season. 14 seconds remaining on the bomb, though. These Maui Chums, they got to go. They run out of time. They run out of people. They will fall. And what we've got 3 straight offensive rounds out of both of these teams. In Manitoba, they're up 2-1. This is quite the search and destroy. No one's won a defense yet.
Yeah, not typically what you see here. His Den is, I don't know, I'd have to look at the numbers and see, and it's kind of hard to gauge what like side is better in general, depending on like what skill we're talking about, because down and where we're at right now is a little bit different than what the pros do, like just objectively. So to say that this is a defensive map might be wrong, but you never know. So Deke and the crew gonna try to keep this going here. Does have bomb in hand. He's got the M15 to try and peel another guy towards mid. And Plantain was gonna step up for him, but he gets immediately shut down. Cerberus is good for the trade. Now you got a poor situation here for the side of the Mallards.
Yeah. Mallards, they do have, 3 in Cerberus is towards mid. So he does have a little bit of that rotation. He is watching it. But these Maui Chums, they're committed to this B site. They screw the rotation. We are here. We're going to try for it. Both these teams kind of just feeling each other out right now. No one make it too much of a move. Maui does have to make a move. They are on the offensive side. 36 seconds remaining. You've got a little bit of time to work with. But these Manitoba Mallards, they are not wavering in their defensive hold right now. Hercules slowly inching up. I don't know if that was... He might have lagged out there. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe a little bit of stick drift. Who knows? Unk able to shut down Deke. Fergie, though, gets the immediate trade. Now into 1 versus 2. He's going to challenge it while he's weak. And one more bullet, and he would have found that kill. But I'm not sure if we had a Maui player lag out. But as it stands, Manitoba, they get the defensive round on the board. They take the 2-round advantage. And it's 3-1.
You gotta start just rolling the Among Us music at that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we figured out the technical issues. We are all loaded back and ready to go, but I will have to report, it is 2-2. Manitoba did have to forfeit that last round for using a grip that is not allowed. So it is 2-2. It is first to 4 in the new loaded search and destroy. Fergie was the first player to fall. Cerberus, though, he's going to find the trade over towards the middle backs part of the map. Hercules, though, he's going to get that trade rather quickly. So, man advantage in the hands of Maui. They do have good map control here. These Manitoba players going to try and force to rotate back, but Hercules in the perfect position. He takes down Plantain. That is a tongue twister. Hercules in the perfect position. Last
Mm-hmm.
player standing gets cut down towards lockers, and Maui, they get the round advantage. It's now 3-2.
Here we go, 3-2. What seemed like a potential round for the Mallards there just immediately shut down. Once Hercules gets that kill over there in that top window in mid, that really exposes Mallard's setup there and what would have been a 3v3 situation. So shout out to Hercules and Deke for kind of clearing up that round for the boys. So Chums gonna have a little advantage here on the attacking side once again, which, like we said earlier, is the favorite apparently.
I
Let's see what
mean,
they can do.
yeah. I mean, if you can run it down the way that these teams have been running it down, it's only a defensive map if you let it be a defensive favored
Hmm.
map. That's the mindset these teams are going with. Maui, though, they're playing a little bit slow. They're not quite being as aggressive as we saw them earlier in the map. They are gonna back up, looking like they're gonna hit a rotation over towards this A site. Two Manitoba players are set up over towards this mid area, but none of them are watching the rotation. All players for Maui, they're going to slip through here. One player is going to watch couches, but they're just going to slip right through this defense. They found the whole Manitoba. They had players towards mid, but they had no one watching this flank. Plantain, he's going to be the front man, get info, and get a kill. So information and advantage in the hands. Plantain going to
Oh,
get another one. That's some stellar plays out of him. Bomb's starting to get planted now. Plantain, is he going to catch a timing? Fergie cuts down Larivi, though. Unk able to trade one out onto Deke. So Fergie now the last man standing in a 1 versus 3.
oh, and Unk doing Unk things once again. But that's just excellent plays out of Plantain there to get a good timing on that rotation. And unfortunately, the Chums were just not ready to pick up that corner over in the computers area of the map there. So great job out of the banana man himself. Or I guess it's what, it's some kind of like weird banana. It's like a thick banana. Is that what a plantain is?
I'm not quite. I don't know. Maybe it's up to the viewer's interpretation of what
Yeah.
exact plantain he actually is. If we had post-game interviews, I would ask him what exact plantain he wants to be. I'm gonna go with a banana. Is a banana a plant? I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine, man. It looks like the Mallards are gonna try to get in that classic flock formation that they love. Almost failed the jump there. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
we've already got
a
one.
little aerial check.
We already got one Jim's moment. We don't need another one.
Yeah, and that is real sketchy to do a 180 while you're flying through the air like that because you will just fall out of the sky. Ooh, and Hercules gets dropped by Cerberus, and the trap is sprung. Splashy jumps up, able to find one. Hercules is traded out by the Plantain, going on a 4 streak right now. Fergie gets backed down, and it's going to be Plantain in a 1v2 situation here, but this is a crazy wrap out of him. I actually love this. Catches one off guard, going to be able to beam him, and he's off the scene. Oh, you go plant A, Mr. Banana. You go.
He's going.
Or B.
Fergie, yeah, he's going over towards B. Fergie has no idea that he's doing this. Listen, I mean, the plantain is, I mean, he is ripe for sure. Mr.
Oh,
Banana. He is 5-1 after the reset. He's on a 5 spree as well. Gets the bomb down. He's hitting a little bit of a rotation. He is confident in his play right now. He spots
always
the
on.
player over towards 10. That is
Oh, you
huge.
rewrap that. Look
Fergie
at
over
him.
towards mid.
Just toying with him at this point. Oops,
Oh.
staying alive. He knows he's got him nearby.
Oh.
Gonna have to spin. Fergie does get the
Oh.
kill. Plenty of time, and that's just a good call out of Fergie to just ape him there because I feel like it's a bad COD decision in that situation to be like, maybe I can beam him from the bomb so I still have time to defuse. And Nah, sometimes you just got to get in their grill, and it worked out there for the Chums.
Yeah, it worked out. Now, I mean, that was quite the play out of Fergie. You know, you thought it was going to go the way of Plantain. He had the information. You know, he knew that Fergie had to run at him, and Fergie was like, "Yeah, well, I got to run at him," and that's exactly what he did. He hit a little hop, skip, jump over toward off the P1 little middle thing, whatever it may be, and he found that kill. So that's huge. Maui, though, they are trying to find a couple rounds. They
Oh,
do have the round advantage for now. But these Manitoba players, they just four stack towards mid. They do know these players are
oh,
going to
look how
go
quick
over
they're
towards
wrapping that.
A. They are
Holy.
wrapping it quick. Larivi towards the roof. He gets shut down. Unkto with a big 2 with the MPC. Can he get the third? No. Deke trades it with a 2-piece of his own. Bomb never got planted. In a 2 versus 2, the bomb is down. Manitoba recognizes that. And, well, we've got a stalemate now on the map.
And Plantain and Fergie spot each other there, so they know where one player each is, but that's going to be Cerberus with a great rat spot to put it in a 2v1 situation. Fergie now going to have to get his running shoes on. He's a little bit weak. Going to need some magic here. God, I wish I knew a Fergie song to reference.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I am not well versed in that world of music, but he's trying to get something going. He gets shots into both players, but can't find either kill. So Manitoba, they're gonna even it up at what is that? 4-4? Yeah, 4-4. Sorry, I'm having to do math. I'm an English major. I'm not good at math, but it is 4-4.
Hmm. So you speak good English, huh?
I think so. I'm not. I don't know. You see me miss. I mean, yeah, they see me every week on here, almost mispronouncing names left and right. So.
Wait, come on. We do have a donut watch here out of Mr. Larivi off the reset.
I'm
Could
not
come into play here.
not a technical donut, but I mean, we'll take what we can get. A
Yeah,
soft
the
donut.
donut
There
hole.
we go. We got a plantain and a donut on the same team at this point.
That's a balanced breakfast.
Exactly. I don't even know what a plantain is, so I mean, it might not be a balanced breakfast.
You got some mythical dog meat if you want to chop up that Cerberus too. See what Plantain can do here towards the middle of the map. I mean, and this is just kind of a puff out your chest moment for both teams. They're just kind of checking each other out, seeing what's going on. Unk is able to spot Fergie there. He's going to back down off the stun. And there's not a whole lot of time here, so Mallards kind of have to commit to this A push here, and the Chums know it as well. And man, it's still just so slow, even though there's 6 players just right across from each other.
Yeah, 7 though in Deke. He's gonna be the playmaker here. He's on the long
Yes.
wrap, but Manitoba, they gotta get the bomb down. They're looking like they are going to get it down. They do have a man advantage. Hercules towards bottom red. He finds one. Can't quite find the other, so the trade is in. But Deke, like I said, he's going to be the difference maker. He gets one on the flank with the nade. So Larivi now the last man standing for Manitoba. Shots getting exchanged. No one able to find some kills. 29 seconds remaining on the bomb. Larivi knows he can just play time. Deke going to have to find this kill. He chows and he can't quite find it. He almost was the difference there. Man.
Yeah, that's a tough one there for Deke because he had him so one shot, but he was also so one shot. Kind of a toss up. Larivi just does a good job of staying alive.
Yeah, good job staying alive, playing that time the way that he needs to. The offensive rounds still are just I mean, they're playing it both teams playing offense so well so far, but Manitoba now on match point. They are on the defensive side, but I'm not sure how that if that's much of an advantage in this search and destroy. They are going to favor towards this B site. All players from Manitoba, I mean, they're running it down through mid. Unk able to find one towards front couches. This is a defensive strategy that you definitely would not see in the pros. Bomb going to be planted over towards B. All the Maui players, they are going to back up towards locker side. 3 Manitoba players through mid. This retake is going to be interesting. They do have Plantain over towards Dojo. So 5 though, he did slip through this backside. Unk,
Oh, that
he's gonna
time
have
was
to find at
crazy.
least one, but he gets cut down.
Man, it looked like 2 was about to do something crazy there, but Flashy was able to get the read, and he had another player drop there that's not getting picked up. Oh, and Larivi able to find one off the front. Plantain finds Deke as well. The defuse
Oh,
is
he
going to come in.
calls it.
Splashy's able to kill him off of it. And that is going to be a round for the Chums as the bomb goes boom. Round 11 situation, folks.
Oh, I mean, that is the first time this map that we saw a team. I mean, you had 3 players alive. All you gotta do is watch over your bomb carrier or your diffuser. You just gotta watch over him or something. You did have one towards inner cobble. The timing, I guess, not quite going in your favor there. He gets the player off the bomb. That is clutch, and it's a round 11. All down to this. This is going to determine, is Manitoba going to get the 2-0 advantage in the series, or is Maui going to even this up? It is an even battle. Manitoba is on the offensive side, considered for me at least to be the advantage so far in a map like this. They're going to go a little bit split here over towards this B side and mid, but they are going to favor this B side. But Maui, they're playing it patient.
Yeah, I don't think any team really wants to give it up there. And I think Deke just traded glances with the enemy player over there, and he does it again with Unk. So they are both well aware that nobody's alone on this B side. The smoke does come down. Unk gonna opt to push through instead of a bomb plant, maybe? But look at number 3 and number 8 are literally on opposite sides of the pillar. 3's gonna activate. That's Cerberus. He slides up. He's able to find a two-piece. Trades out Unk. Bomb gets picked back up, and now it's just Deke and Percules up against the 3 remaining players, the Mallards.
Yeah, this is gonna be difficult. Percules does spot some information. Plantain able to find Deke, so Percules now the last man standing in the 1 versus 3. Bomb's gonna be planted. He's gonna find one. He doesn't know that there's a player right underneath him. He
Oh,
does get away with his life. Cerberus just he's playing it patient. He didn't reveal himself. He might have been able to find that kill, but he's playing it very patient. 30 seconds remaining on the bomb.
wait.
He does spot that player out, but no. He goes for the chow. He's got to do it in the 1 versus 3, but he doesn't find it. And Manitoba, they clutch the round 11 to get the 2-0 series advantage.
Wow, I mean that's just Plantain just
Effort.
bossing.
It's got to happen if you want to have any chance of winning this map number 3. But here we go. Maui is on the technically not preferred side if you look at it from a purely objective standpoint. Couple kills gonna roll in, opening kills, 3 of them
Ugh.
now. Gonna roll in the feed for Manitoba. Device early gonna be picked up on their hand, and well, here comes the early pressure of Manitoba. Deke able to find the first kill, but the pressure is too much. Unk finds a 2-piece before getting shut down. Well, they do get these players from Manitoba down, but it's all for naught, too little too late. The first score is already in. 1-0 Manitoba.
Yeah, Manitoba wasting no time getting on that device once again, and you do have Larivi still pushed up in top green. Deke is going to be able to find a kill here. They still got some Manitoba players to deal with. I don't think Deke knows that Larivi is here. He does not. He's going to be able to find a kill, finds 2, and Unk picks up Fergie as well. So in transition, you now have Larivi with a streak, device in a very unfavorable spot for the Chums, and they're going to have to scramble.
They're going to have to scramble, but Larivi's starting to cut him down off spawn. He's laying over towards top green, eventually shut down. Device going to reset over towards that P3, but Plantain over towards P5. The banana, the whatever you want to call him, but oh, Deke just absolutely turned and burned him right there. Eventually gets traded out by Unk with the pistol. Unk's going to get shut down with the device in hand. They stop it at the 2-yard line. Cerberus, the front man, trying to get something going, but trade's good for Manitoba. Larivi towards mid-cut. He gets one, and he gets cut down. Trades on trades on trades right now. The device stuck over towards mid-cut. Well, a 3-piece for Manitoba. That'll get them the advantage and the device in hand.
Yeah, this is the game-winning play out of Unk right here, too, to get up there and get the spawn pushed out. And the read comes in, and they're able to go ahead and dunk another ball there. I believe that was Plantain, able to get it done. 2 overloads for him so far, doing the dirty work for the team. Larivi's going to clean that up. And I mean, other than Percules getting that kill right there, Larivi's going to get him. So that's going to slow down the Mallards just a little bit as the team's off respawn. And now that's a not so clean 4 dead for the flock. The Chums have a little bit of map control here. This could be a Chums moment.
They're trying to get something going over towards this P2. Fergie able to get a couple kills. Hercules gets one as well. Fergie trying to be the front man here. Find some kills towards this B side. Manitoba in full defensive mode now. A couple kills gonna go in for him. Splashy and Fergie follow up with 2 of their own, though. Plantain there to shut that down. So the only player for Maui is stuck over towards top blue, so that push shut down pretty quick. Manitoba, though, they do have a little bit of mid-map control here, a little bit of an advantage of the element of surprise on their side. Larivi towards the back. He's going to catch these players off guard. Trades rolling in the feed. Good for Manitoba for now as Larivi finds a big kill onto Percules. Larivi trying to stay alive, try and find some kills, find some time for his team, being the laser beam. Buy some time for Unk to get his trade rather quickly. What you thought was looking good for Manitoba or Maui there slowly fizzles out, but they are finding a few kills here.
Plantain able to move that device up just a little bit. Gonna give the Chums a little bit more to think about. Now they're trying to keep pressure towards that B side of the map, but Larivi, not quite able to finish him off, and he gets traded out. And that, his own not quite a cap as you got Plantain. Always the clutch player shutting him down, and Cerberus able to find that last player as well in the scoring position. And now the Mallards just beating back the Chums from their spawn. And they are perfectly fine with just leaving this device on the ground right now. I mean, this is like a pseudo park the bus moment for them. Is like, if it's not getting scored, it's kind of our advantage right now.
Yeah, don't say the word park the bus in the presence of Jim.
No.
He will immediately start booing you when he hears the word park the bus. So just be wary. The man, he's booing in our ear as we speak. He hears the word. It's like a trigger word for Jims. Still some trades rolling through the middle of the map in the favor of Manitoba. Unk on 12 and 12. He is slowed down a little bit, but Larivi has stepped up in his place. So we said Maui needed to start shutting down Unk, but another player on the Manitoba side does step up in his place. 24 seconds remaining. 3 points on the board now for Manitoba as the last score just came in moments ago. More kills rolling in the feed for them. They're going to try and get another score going here. If they can keep it in hand, remember there's a 30-second little overtime period. Fergie, though, able to find a couple kills. 2 trades quickly going to roll in the feed for Manitoba, though. 2 seconds remaining in the half. Maui, they're going to pick it up with a last-ditch effort. You can't drop it, and well, there's the half. Tried to get something going late in the half there, but didn't work out. Going into the half, 3-0.
And just not enough time there for the Chums. And, even in those moments where, like, they had it at, like you said, the 2-yard line, I think twice, and both times, Mallards just bending, not breaking, and able to get it out of their spawn and actually push it up and get a cap at the end of all that. So that's really impressive from the Mallards in what was a super long, drawn-out battle over there towards that hotel side.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they've Lunk's negative right now, and they're still winning. That is the teamwork mentality that we need because you got Cerberus and Larivi stepping it up. They're on 16 and 10, 17 and 10. Cerberus on a 7 spree. So Maui, they did do what I wanted them to do. What we asked them to do was shut down Unk a little bit, but you got 2 Manitoba players stepping up in his place, and Larivi, I mean, right on cue, he gets a double piece. Unk finds one as well. Deep towards mid is going to be able to find one, but Larivi there for the quick trade. Device in hand. He's going to try and work this towards bottom blue, and he does over towards B. The finesse is in. He finds that score rather quickly, so it's now 4-0. You got to get these Manitoba players out of your spawn as quickly as possible. They do get it. Fergie able to get a couple big kills, but Plantain, no. You cannot peel this man off of anything. He is getting kills on kills. Finally traded out by Splashy. Unk with the pistol finds one. Larivi and Cerberus pair up for 2 as well. And I mean, it's getting ugly.
Yeah, it's definitely not pretty is how I would describe it. And I mean, right now, this is just a war of attrition. Larivi finds a gap that was about as... I'm not even going to try to make a comparison there. That was a small gap, folks, and he punches it in. 24 and 12 for the kid. Look, he's going for more. He just wants to go. He's just padding stats right now. Passes it over to his buddy Plantain, and it's 6-0. I mean, this is looking a little ugly.
I mean, yeah, Plantain Plantain is enjoying a 5-course meal right now. He is feasting on these Maui Chums. He's having some fried fish for dinner tonight with a side of plantains as well. It is 6-0 right now, 3 minutes remaining in this half. I mean, it's not even like one player is dominating the entire lobby. You've got multiple players dominating in the kills department. They're making good plays on the map, and it's just a total team effort, especially on a game mode like Overload. I mean, your teamwork's gonna shine if it's on point. And I mean, oh my, like Plantain. What do I even say at this point? This man Plantain is on a burner right now. We might need a random drug test on this guy after this.
His potassium levels are just so high right now. I mean, just look at him. He's got a plan, and he is gonna attain it.
Oh yeah, he's got a plan and he's obtaining
You're
it.
welcome for that.
That's a good one right there.
But I mean, what else can you say, folks? I mean, this is just an absolute slave fest towards the top side of the map. You got the Chums trying to get some advantage towards that plain side, but I mean, it's just every kill that they get is just met with an instant trade, and maybe even some little dagger kills as well from the Mallards. I mean, Deke is just getting back down. He's just so far out of the play now as the device gets pushed up. Cerberus and crew doing cleanup down here. And now the three-headed dog himself is going to try to get in here.
Yeah, just trying to, I mean, at this point, you have a minute 40 to work with. I mean, you're finding kills. Not much hope if you're Maui. I'm not sure if it's even possible to make a comeback now as it's 7-1. Maui is just falling apart like Optic when they get to a grand finals.
Hello.
They forget how to play the game. Manitoba playing just to stellar perfection. And you know what? I can make that comment because I am a Surge fan and I had an entire season of second place. So I can say whatever I want.
And then you let 04 walk. Tough.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
This Laribby guy might be a good replacement for 04. I'm not gonna lie. I know you guys just added Mr. Horn himself, but holy, Laribby having a map, punching in scores, finding 2 pieces, 3 pieces, whatever, however many pieces you want, he's gonna find them.
I mean, yeah, you had Larivy popping off. You had Plantain. He's peeling apart the defense and the offense of all of these Maui players throughout this series. I mean, it's just total domination. Again, if I lost my pin.